Cindy Swain from the blog Italicana Kitchen, and I'm here today to teach you how to cut a pumpkin. But before I do you know the difference between a pumpkin and a squash? So a pumpkin is a type of squash, but not all squash are pumpkins. Just like a golden retriever is a dog, but not all dogs are golden retrievers. And this particular type of pumpkin, or squash, I actually should say, is called kabocha. And I actually had to look online on YouTube how to pronounce it, because you see it pronounced in so many different ways. You can see it pronounced kabocha, kabocha, kabaka. So I'm going with kabocha is the way I'm pronouncing it. So correct me if I'm wrong, if someone else knows it better than I am, but that is what I've seen online. And how you say pumpkin in Italian is called zucca. And there's no separation between pumpkin and squash in Italian. It's one word, and it's called zucca. And when you see two letters that are the same, you have to put a pause in between the two. Zucca, zucca. Okay, so let's go and let's cut our squash. So there are four main steps to cutting a squash. So for this, this is a really hard kind of squash. It's a winter squash. In North America, like I said, is called kabocha squash, and in other parts of the world is called Japanese pumpkin. And so the first thing what you want to do is you want to cut it in half. So you want to take a very sharp knife and make a slit down the side, and then take out your knife, turn it around, and I'm going to make the same kind of slit on the other side. And then I've cut it. From here, I can follow it around if you need it to give it a little bit more help to break it apart. So I have my half, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scoop out all of the inside seeds and goop. And you just take a spoon and you easily scoop it out. And this came off. I'll put to the side and I'll use that later. And I'm going to scoop out the inside of my squash. And a lot of people, when they cut the squash, they slice it first and then they cut it. I find that it's easier just to flip it over on one side and to slice it. This, you can actually eat the skin. You can wash it really well, and then you can just bake it and eat the skin, and it adds a lot of awesome nutrients to any dish. But if you prefer to cut it off, I'll show you an easy way. So you just kind of trim the sides with your knife going away from you, trying to cut off as least amount of the orange part as possible, and you just go across your pumpkin. And this is actually so easy. A lot of people think it's a hard feat, but cutting your own squash or pumpkin is rather easy, and it's nice because you can do it in different sections. So I can cut half of my pumpkin and keep the other covered in the fridge to keep the nutrients and to keep it from drying out. A lot of times I keep pumpkin in my fridge at all times during the autumn and winter seasons, because I can actually use it for a lot of different recipes. So it's great to roast. It just takes 20 minutes in the oven when you cut it up in pieces or in slices. And as you can see, it's coming across. Or you can put it into soups. I have some great recipes on italicanakitchen.com, where basically you can either roast, or you can sauté, or you can cook with a little bit of water. You can steam. You can do it in so many different ways. And then you can make a creamy soup out of it. Alrighty. We're almost done here. And so it's a very versatile squash, and you find it in a lot of different recipes, from anywhere from like grains to soups. And I have it almost chopped off. So at this point you can do two things. You can either slice it, and you just easily slice it like this and you have a nice slice. Or get some more slices here. You can cut it into chunks. And these, I like to cut them small when I'm roasting or baking them because they'll cook faster. So this is really great, again, like I said, to just throw into your salads, to throw into your grain recipes, to make soups in the winter, or to even, you can even fill with, like, let's say you can bake a whole half and you can fill it with quinoa. So there's a lot of, it's a very versatile vegetable. And so there you are, there you have it, how to cut a pumpkin or a squash in 4 easy steps. And definitely sign up for my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.